Hey, good evening, everyone. This is the council meeting of January 18th, 2022. Notice of this meeting stating the date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. In addition to the publishing of the annual meeting schedule, electronic notice was provided on January 14th, 2022 to the local source of Star Ledger, noting that the meeting would be conducted through the Ring Central program and containing information on how to access the meeting. The same information was posted on the city's website, Linden TV, the bulletin board, and the front door of City Hall. Copies of the agenda, finance report, and personnel reports are also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is now called to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please conduct the prayer of flag salute?
God of the universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic under God, indivisible, liberty.
Members of the public may be attending are mute until the public hearing on ordinances or the public comment portion of the meeting. If you wish to be recognized, please use the raised hand icon in the program to identify yourself. You will then give your name and address as at any council meeting. Failure to do so will result in your being muted and not recognized further. If you are registered more than once, you will only be recognized to speak one time under your first registration, as with any council meeting. When a public comment is open, the ability to register will be closed. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond.
Here.
Javik.
Present.
Caldwell.
Present.
Mr. Mohammed.
Excused?
Yes. Present.
Roman.
Present.
Strano.
Here.
Blaine.
Here.
Medina.
Here.
Hickey.
Here.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Here. Okay, can we have a motion for approval of the minutes of December 21st, 2021 council meeting?
Council President, I'm requesting the approval of the minutes for the regular meeting on December 21st, 2021, and requesting a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond.
Yes.
Javik.
Yes.
Caldwell.
Yes.
Busby.
I abstain.
Roman.
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Blaine.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Hickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to ordinance on hearing, beginning with ordinance 66-1.
An ordinance approving the application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of a financial agreement with 1001 East Edgar Road Urban Renewal.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone that wishes to be heard on this ordinance from the public? Please use your raised hand icon in the program. Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
I would like to make a motion to move ordinance 66-1 forward. And can I have a second, please?
Second.
Mrs. Ormond.
Yes.
Javik.
Yes.
Caldwell.
Yes.
Busby.
No.
Roman.
No.
Strano.
Yes.
Blaine.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Ordinance 66-2.
An ordinance approving the application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of a financial agreement with 1031 East Edgar Road, Urban Renewal.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Please use your raised hand icon in the program. Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to close the ordinance on 66-2 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Gavick,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Mohammed. My apologies. Crosby,
No.
Roman,
No.
Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. A ordinance 66-3.
An ordinance approving the amended application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of an amended and restated financial agreement with Linden Renewable Energy Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Please use your raised hand icon in the program. Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 66-3, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Gavick,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Crosby,
No.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Ordinance 66-4.
An ordinance adopting the Roselle Street redevelopment plan pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 48:12A-1 at sequence.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Please use your raised hand icon in the program. Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 66-4 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Gavick,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Crosby,
I abstain.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to the consent agenda items. All items are listed with asterisks, are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless the council member so requests. Items number 1 through 5. Does any council member wish to remove an item? Okay. We have a motion, please.
Make a motion that we accept the consent agenda items and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Gavick,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Crosby,
Yes.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano, Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna now move on to committee reports and comments from members of the governing body. Councilwoman Ormond, we'll start with you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Council President. I'm going to start off with the Budget Review and Finance Report for the month of January 2022. Approval is requested for the following finance actions. A payment of bills totaling $1,029,429.51. Bills have been signed by the Mayor, Council President, and the Finance Chairwoman, and a detailed check register and vouchers are on file in the clerk's office. We are in receipt of the investments made by the city treasurer for the month of December at a rate of 0.05%. I move for approval and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Crosby,
No.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, continue, Councilwoman Ormond, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm just going to go to my ward report and then I'm going to end with the traffic report. Just a couple of just housekeeping things. Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm Happy New Year to everyone who was not on the reorganization meeting, and also to thank the residents of the First Ward once again who came out to vote in the last election. I appreciate your support and your confidence in me. As we approach, or as now that we're into 2022, I just want to kind of like remind us to let's take care of our ward. We went through a summer where we maintained our lawns and kept our property up. Now we have to make sure that we shovel our snow when the snow comes, making sure that it's removed in a timely fashion. And also, if we see garbage and debris that's around our curb, not to necessarily wait for the street sweepers to come, because in inclement weather, they may not come, but just to sweep it up and let's keep our property looking nice. We have a lot of houses that are being remodeled, a lot of permits that have been issued. And I'm kindly asking that if your house is one of the ones that's being remodeled, please ask that your contractors clean up behind themselves at the end of every day and not leave wood, rails, debris, porta-johns or anything of that nature just looming and laying around on the property. We do want to take pride in our community. I'm encouraging everyone during this winter to please lock your car doors, especially if you are warming your car up. Do not leave it running with the keys in and unlocked. We've had a lot of break-ins of cars and it's not going to stop. People are just not respectful of others' property. So in order to keep your car from being stolen while it's running is not to have it running. And like I said, just some basic, be kind to your neighbor. We've had some things going on in the ward where people just aren't being nice to one another. We are all in this together, whether it's COVID, whether it's, break-ins to cars or whatever, whether it's parking issues, just be kind to one another. We are going to need each other, when things get really, really tough. So with that in mind, I want to wish everyone a very, very healthy, prosperous new year. You will be seeing me once the weather breaks. I will be around. And if you would just indulge me, Council President, maybe after we finish with the 10th Ward, Councilwoman, I can do my traffic report because I just don't have the copy of it on hand at this moment. Okay?
Okay, Councilwoman. Okay, Councilman Javik.
Yes, thank you, Council President. As chairman of the Fire Committee, the Fire Prevention Bureau collected the following monies during the month of December 2021, a total of $4,040.94. Regarding the Linden Fire Department ambulance billing, the amount of $67,906.58 for December 2021 have been added to the total deposits for 2021, totaling $778,179.79. Good evening, everybody. As liaison to the Board of Health, I would like the public to be aware that the federal government is distributing sets of 4 free rapid antigen home test kits, 1 4-pack per household. The link on the U.S. Postal Service website has gone live and can be found at https://special.usps.com/test kits. They will start shipping in late January. I would like to thank all our residents for having the holiday spirit and lighting up our city this season. I submitted pictures for the holiday house decorating contest, and our winner in the second ward is 424 DeWitt Street. If you're in the area and their lights are still on, check it out. You won't be disappointed. They will be receiving a gift card for all their effort. Regarding our Lexington Dog Park, the ribbon cutting and dedication got postponed due to the weather. We will readdress this come March, but in the meantime, we will be opening the park for use starting tomorrow. Please enjoy the facility. Also, some of our roads in the ward are still in disrepair, and as soon as the weather breaks, we'll be back on track for repairs and paving. Additional gas and water company work will continue. So anyway, I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or email me at bjavick@linden-newjersey.gov. On Facebook at Second Ward Councilman Barry E. Javick. I also encourage you to visit our City of Linden website for information. Thank you, Council President. End of report.
Thank you, Councilman Javik. Councilwoman Costello?
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to ask, could I have a couple of more minutes because I want to read the resolution in loving memory of Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. Is that okay before I give my word report?
Okay, start with that, please.
I just want to pay my respects to the Masseys, the Browns, and the Kimbroughs in the loss of Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. I'm going to read the resolution. We, the women of Fourth Ward, pay our respects to our sister friend Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. Whereas Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough was a lifelong Linden resident and loved by her friends and community, whereas Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough was a loving wife, mother, daughter, sister, cousin, and friend to anyone in need of a friend. She was a part of the Fourth Ward family. Whereas in the providence of God, he has brought to a close the life of Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. Our friendship chain has been broken. The women of Fourth Ward feel that it is befitting to express their sympathy to family during the passing of Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. We commend her to him who knoweth best and will always do right. You have our sincere prayers, whereas Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough was a loving, caring, feisty, outspoken woman who loved her family with a gentle yet stern combination which only she possessed. Her smile was infectious to all whom she encountered, whereas Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough was a firm believer in education and was an educator herself within the Linden community. Whereas Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough accepted Jesus Christ as her personal savior and had a personal relationship with the Lord, as the woman of Fourth Ward can bear witness. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we of the women of Fourth Ward will embrace and mourn with the family because of all of us have a common bond. Let this resolution be an expression of our deepest sympathy and love to the family of Tiffany C. Massey Kimbrough. Okay, so dear Third Ward neighbors, Happy New Year, and thank you for your continued support. I hope everyone is staying healthy and everyone is keeping their mask up. I'm going to give a report on code and construction. The construction department has issued 276 permits and processed 37 certificates and generated $121,976 in the month of December 2021. As far as IT, The G Suite is only almost finalized and implemented. We have 3 more areas to finish, which is construction, the tax assessor's office, and purchasing. And this will be completed by March of 2022. We also just received the update that PSE&G just turned on the electricity in Dr. Martin Luther King Park for the cameras. And I also want the residents to know that in the on Maple Avenue between Blinky at the PAL, we are working to eventually put a temporary speed hump there to manage the traffic, because I know it's a big concern with the parents and even the people in the area with people speeding. So please be patient. Thank you for your support. And if you need me, my number is 908-531-0676. And my email is mcaldwell@NewJersey. I'm sorry, Monique Caldwell at linden-newjersey.org. And I will have upcoming meetings on February 28th, 2022 at 7 p.m. on Monday. It's going to be on a Monday, and all the meetings will be on our city website. May the 30th at 7 p.m., August 29th, 2022 at 7 p.m., and August 24th at 2022 at 7 p.m. This concludes my report, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Cosby?
Thank you, Council President. Good evening and Happy New Year. In brief, I will report that the upcoming Street of the Week in our ward will be Cranford Avenue. I have no committee reports because I'm not on any committee. The Shade Tree Commission did not meet. We give our condolences to the Secretary, Chairman Jeff Tanzel and his family. The Rent Leveling Board sent an email, but I don't have any notes from any of their meetings. Other than that, I can be reached at 908-718-7933, talk or text, and my email is rcosby@linden-nj.org. I will be doing virtual meetings. I just have to pin down the actual dates, and the emails will go out. It's also going to be on Facebook. If you want to subscribe to, get the notification, send me an email at rcosby@linden-nj.org. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Roman?
Come on, CP, goddammit.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to be brief. I just wanted to shout out to DPW for all their hard work in this winter so far. We're about halfway through winter, but I'm hoping the snowy weather sort of stayed away so far, and I hope it continues to stay away. We did have a transformer blow the other night. However, because of all the reports that the neighbors put into PSE&G remedied that problem within an hour. And a lot of people that were losing their power as far as about 6 or 7 blocks away got it back pretty quick. Trees were planted. I know that there are some people that are upset about not asking for a tree. I'm working with the Shade Tree Commission on that. I just want to let you know that we are hearing you, and we are going to rectify those problems for you. Many people are also reaching out to me about sidewalks and concrete work and how it's not getting done. A lot of people actually, and just to let you know that because of COVID and as hard as it is to find someone and the prices and everything else that's put together, no concrete work has been done throughout the whole city really in this regard, so just normal sidewalks. But once things get back to normal, we will continue this program, and the money that we are allotted every year is still there in that pot. So no one is going to be forgotten about. You have my word on that. Hampton and Smith, I know I've been receiving calls about the parking lots across from GM. They are, looks like a wasteland actually, and it's never been worse. And I'm trying to work with the health department and various other people to help me remedy that problem. It just seems that the people that own that don't really care to take care of that property. So that's why we're here, and that's what we're going to continue to do to try to get that cleaned up for you. So condolences to the Tandle family as well as the Massey family. I'd like to shout out Joe Birch for finally actually officially retiring today in the consent agenda. Shout out to Wayne Hans and all of our other retirees over the last 2 months. And the COVID numbers are declining, but it's still a deadly virus. It's still out there. So please continue to keep yourself safe. I have N95s if you need them. I will drop them off directly to you. And I hope you have a happy and healthy, safe New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Roman. Councilman Strato?
Thank you, Council President. Asked if you would oblige me in case I run over a couple of minutes. I've got council personnel reports for January 18th, 2022. The police department is approved the amended hire date of 7 police officer recruits to January 10th, 2022 at the annual salary of $41,861, pending the successful completion of background checks and a list is attached. Nicholas Lanza, police officer recruit, effective January 11th of 2022. C is to approve the resignation in good standing of Stacy Stegich, clerk 1, effective January 21st of 2022. D is approve the posting for a full-time clerk 1 at the annual salary of $34,548 to fill a vacancy. E is to approve the appointment of unpaid student intern Michael Zapata, effective January 18th of 2022. To the fire department, A is to approve the hiring of 7 firefighters, effective February 9th, 2022, at the annual salary of $41,861, pending the successful completion of background checks. List is attached. 3 in recreation. A is to approve the amended hours of Andre Pearson and Gregory Parker, not to exceed 19.5 hours per week, and that's effective January 19th, 2022. B is approve the amended hire date of Brantley Cadet to January 4th of 2022. C is approval of the seasonal list. This is attached. D is to approve the posting of a full-time recreation director statewide. E is to accept the resignation in good standing Thomas, Public Information Officer, effective January 28th of 2022. 4, the Department of Community Services, Division of Public Works. A is to approve the amended hire date of Junior Posey, Mechanics Helper, to January 4th of 2022. In the Division of Transportation and Parking, A is the appointment of Keith Johnson, Laborer 1, at the hourly rate of $17 an hour, effective January 28th, 2022, and that will be pending the successful completion of all pre-employment requirements. B is the appointment of Darren Williams, Laborer 1, at the hourly rate of $17 per hour, effective January 28th, 2022, pending the successful completion of all pre-employment requirements. 5, in Treasury, in Division of Purchasing, is to approve the amended salary adjustment for Kelly Freeze to $41,082, effective January 1, 2022. 6, in the Office of our Clerk, A is to approve the amended salary adjustment for Jennifer Honan to $96,900, effective January 1st, 2022. 7, in the Division of Personnel, is to approve the vacation carryover for the following 4 days, Jennifer Honan for 3 days, Cassandra Corbett for 7 days, and Rebecca Catoli for 3 days. Personnel. I move for approval and request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Crosby,
I abstain.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Lane,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Yes.
Hickey, Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, continue, Councilman Strato.
Thank you. In the Department of Community Services, I want to shout out again to all of our workers in all the different areas that we have for their work, and great job they've been doing, keeping up with these snowstorms And a shout out to Jerry Bishop for keeping us well informed on council. Just want to make a mention here. Maybe back in 2015, 2016, when very bad problem with railroad crossing right near Route 1 on Lower Road, where the crews felt it necessary. Actually, it was a law at the time to sound their horn whenever they crossed Lower Road, and it was became a real quality of life issue. We worked very diligently. My residents, mayor's office, and myself worked very diligently to establish what's called a quiet zone there to eliminate those at-grade crossing horn sounds that were essentially ruining anyone's sleep quality and as well. A couple of blocks away, and there were times I thought the train was coming through my bedroom. So we had contacts with those people. You know, they had a crew that was violating the whistle ban, is what it's called, the jargon of the railroads. It took quite a long time to get those crew. And, what happened was Conrail still owns those tracks, but the contract was awarded to Conrail instead of Norfolk Southern. So we had to go through the whole process of getting everybody on the learning curve to not sound the horn when they got to that crossing. There was a crew that stopped the train behind the houses and that train was left there idling with no crew members on board from 3:30 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning. And to me, that is just unbelievable. Much longer if it wasn't for the fact that I got the assistance from Nancy Sadlon of Phillips 60. Was instrumental in making the contacts that no one else had at Conrail. And she was sending and receiving texts to me until the train was moved. And that was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I just want to publicly shout out to her for her thanks. No one else was able to give me any assistance in getting that train moved out of there at that time. We had a ribbon cutting ceremony last Friday at the new apartments on South Style Street. This is Adler's development. There's 27 units there, all 2-bedroom units. They're all first rate. I got to see them myself in person. At the was cut in the construction. As a matter of fact, there were several unrequired construction improvements made there, and I'm looking forward to meeting the new tenants there as soon as possible. And that's my report for this evening, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Strato. Councilman Blade?
Good evening, and I just want to say Happy New Year to the entire Linden family. Just want to do some house cleaning first. Good news is that in the city of Linden, we have 5 new police recruits coming on board with 6 recruits background being investigated. So maybe they can come on board as well. So that's excellent news for the town. One thing, it sticks out, we repeat it over and over, other council members have stated it. I'm just going to reiterate the point. We had 19 stolen cars in the city, 14 were left running. I'm one to start my car in the morning because I like to get in my warm car and take off, but you have to be mindful where your keys are and do not leave the key fob in your car because, hey, listen, we live in desperate times and thieves are amongst us. So please be mindful of where you leave your keys and where your car is parked and if it's running. So having said that, I want to go right into Parks and Recreation. In-person programming has been suspended because of COVID. And keep in mind that even next week, they're going to meet again, but even if they reinstate in-person program, the JTG Center, where the seniors were meeting, in that room the seniors were meeting, is now being used for testing. And so you want to look at the schedule to see when that room becomes available. And that's important to reiterate too. The JTG Center is open up for testing every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8 o'clock to 6 p.m. The mayor has done a great job with that. So I want to send a shout out to Mayor Armstead on his efforts to curb this this virus. In terms of cleanup in our parks, I just want everyone to know President Yamakaitis had put out an email about graffiti in McGilvery Park. I went there, investigated. That park has been cleaned up. We just have to, with more police coming on force, we'll definitely talk to the police department and make sure that our parks are being monitored so that our children stay safe and we don't have people just loitering in our parks. And that goes for the parks throughout the city, but I'm just mentioning it because we have incidents in McGilvery Park. I spoken to Jerry Bishop and he sent an email out so that everyone on this side, I don't know if you want to say the east side of the 8th Ward, no, the west side of the 8th Ward on East Baltimore Avenue, we're going to get routine cleanup of East Baltimore Avenue, because if you live on this side, you see that that whole road gets notorious, like with just garbage and debris. People are just flying down that road and they're throwing their garbage out. I don't even think that most of those people live in town, but they're just tossing it out. And I've spoken to Jerry and he was assured me that we'll go on a regular rotation to keep that cleaned up. Want to say congratulations to the residents of 840 Worth Street in the 8th Ward for winning our Christmas lighting contest. And thank you, Luke Yamakaitis, for standing in. I was sick with COVID over the holidays and he stood in and went out and selected the houses in 840 Worth Street was our winner. And that concludes my report. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Councilman Blaine. Councilman Medina.
Thank you, Council President, and good evening, everyone. I do have a short report, and I'm going to reserve, I'm going to wait till a little more time passes before I give more of a full detailed report, but I just want to address one issue that I've been getting a lot of complaints about and whatnot, but I had the opportunity to speak to the mayor earlier today. I spoke with our construction code official as well. We're going to try to figure this out and see what we have to do. But unfortunately, well, it's a double-edged sword. So we have a lot of new development in the 9th Ward, even in the 10th Ward and the 1st Ward and whatnot. Unfortunately, some of these properties that are having additions added to the homes and whatnot are just taking a lot longer than normal, I would think. But the real problem is the litter and the garbage that's left around the property and the front yards, and there's really no consideration for the neighbors. I have one example of a property that I was speaking to the mayor about, and whenever we have high winds, the materials are just flying on the road, and whether it be insulation, tie vac material and whatnot. One home actually looks like a large flag because half of the tie vac and the siding is flapping in the wind. So, you know, I did speak to the mayor about this earlier today. I had the opportunity to speak to our construction code official. You know, we're gonna, you know, if I see something, I'm gonna call it in. It's just, it's becoming a problem. We'd love to see homes renovated and additions added. It just adds more to the value of everyone else's home. But when it sits for a year and it goes into the second year, and it becomes an eyesore, you know, for me, that's a problem. And for the residents, it's becoming a problem. So it's something that we'll be focusing on. We're going to have more conversation about this and, you know, and see if we can find a solution. If we have to reach out to the owners and just have a conversation with them, see what's going on with them. At the end of the day, you know, we have a beautiful city. It's not an opinion of mine. I know we have a beautiful city, and you know, everyone takes pride in their property, and we just want to make sure that they understand that these folks that are renovating these properties understand that and be a little more considerate towards their neighbors. You know, garbage and debris should not be left on lawns for weeks on end and whatnot. There's the right way to do it. We have ordinance and we do have court enforcement that are out there, and we're trying to tackle these issues. But again, I do want to just wanted to bring that up tonight. As we get further into the year, I'll have more updates for the 9th Ward and some of the goals and when it comes to infrastructure and whatnot, improvements in the 9th Ward. But that's all I have. I could always be reached 908-986-6100 or amedina@linden-nj.gov. You can text me, call me, to discuss any issues or concerns. That concludes my report, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Medina. Councilwoman Hickey?
Good evening, everyone. I just want to wish everyone a very, very happy new year. I have a short report myself. Of course, my fellow council members, my concerns are the same as theirs in their reports. From the Buildings and Grounds Department, many offices at this time are being renovated. I see things are really on schedule now and getting done, which makes me very happy. Also, to all our employees, our hand scanners have been taken down and they've been replaced with retina scanners. Those should be up and running shortly. I know a big question for everybody is our council chambers and when it's going to be complete. We're probably looking around March 1st. Right now, the benches are being refurbished and odds and ends are taken care of. The Buildings and Grounds Department also reported that still due to the fire that we had on March 12th, we still have issues with our heating and air conditioning. Many of these issues that we do have, we still have to wait quite some time with the insurance company we're dealing with, and also ordering the parts and then having them all installed. Our city hall is big and it is something that is not going to happen overnight, but I am assured that Jerry Bishop is on it and making sure, and Joe Vodek, who deals with our insurance company and is getting everything rolling. Just one quick thing about the death that Councilwoman Caldwell was talking about Tiffany. A couple of years ago, my sister said, Gretchen, we have to have a pampered chef party. And I said, sure. I had all my friends over. This woman, I never met her before. I might have met her through high school or something. Came in with the biggest, like you said, most infectious smile. We had our party. My girlfriends all came over. Tiffany was thrilled. She said it was the biggest party she ever had. I got so many free items and she was just such a joy to have in my home. And I'm so grateful that I did get to spend that time with her. It was quite heartbreaking. I didn't know she was sick, and to see that and to just imagine what her family is going through right now. My thoughts and prayers have really been with them every day, and very, very sad story. I do hope that everybody really does protect themselves with COVID, and also, you know, not only for your protection, for other people's protection. I have a family member. She hasn't been going anywhere. She's been very, very safe, and she came down with COVID. And I was very, very scared for that time because she has a very low immune system. Thank God she is doing well, but the stories that we read and we hear are very heartbreaking to many, many families. So I'm really praying for everybody to have a wonderful new year, get our health back and things rolling, and this COVID to start going away a little bit quicker. With that said, if anybody needs to call me, 908-347-4548. And again, to all, happy, healthy, prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Hickey. Councilwoman Ormond?
Thank you, Council President. I'm just going to go over real quickly the Division of Transportation and Parking and apologize. I had left my first spot and came to the second floor, and I was like, oh my goodness, where's my report? So I had to have Kira bring it up. I'm going to call her my little assistant. So I want to hereby submit the monthly financial report from the Division of Transportation and Parking for the month of December 2021. The report includes the collections of on and off street parking, meters, railroad parking lots, railroad parking permits, and merchant parking permits. So for the Trenton side collections, we have $1,881. The New York side collections, $814. Railroad credit card transactions, $26,476.52. Railroad permits, $726. Online railroad permits, $9,420. Parking meter collections, $7,098. Merchant permits, $9,500 for a grand total of $55,915.52. This is submitted by our traffic maintenance supervisor, Tyrone L. Givens. Thank you, Council President, for indulging me.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I'd like to send my condolences to the family of Nate Perazzoli. He was a director of our municipal garage for many years. Nate was a one of a kind. We used to call the municipal garage Nate's Garage. Very sad. Everyone knew where they stood with Nate Perazzoli. Okay, he gave you point blank what he wanted to tell you. But I'd like to send again condolences from the council to the Perazzoli family. He's a legend. Nobody for a very long time will ever forget Nate's Garage. Okay, I'd also, Councilman Blaine brought up about the car break-ins. In December, there were break-ins around the corner from my house, and they did catch the kids that were doing it. It was all due to a person calling up and saying it was in the middle of the night, somebody just happened to be looking out the window and saw them touching the door handles. They were caught, apprehended, and that's, if you see something, call the police immediately. Get them over there. They might be moving on to the next block, but hopefully a lesson was learned there. Okay, Mayor Armstead?
Yes, I'm here. Let me start the video here. Okay. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Okay, great, fantastic.
Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year, happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Tonight, I'm going to report on some of the redevelopments that we have. Ordinance 66-1. This is a vacant land located at 1001 East Edgar Road near BJ's. The developer has proposed to build a 100,000 square foot warehouse. If the property was not developed, this property would yield only 1.7 million in taxes over 30 years for the city. With the pilot, the city is projected to bring in $4.4 million, which is an additional 2.7 million in taxes. And I don't know if anyone can see this, but I do have some pilot charts here that may be of some use. I don't know. It's pretty bad this way, but.
You can't see it that well, Mayor.
Oh, well, I'm not even going to worry about it because I think it should be done electronically. It's no problem. Not a big deal. Just again, it's just an increase of $2.7 million in taxes versus $1.7 million in taxes over 30 years. Anyway, Ordinance 66-2. This is for the vacant land located at 1031 East Edgar Road near BJ's. The developer has proposed to build 100,000 square foot self-storage facility. Again, if the property was not developed, the property would only yield $393,000 in taxes over 30 years for the city. But with the pilot, the city is now projected to bring in $6.5 million, which is an additional 6.1 million in taxes. So again, these developments are bringing additional revenue to our town. Ordinance 66-3. This is for the vacant land located at our former Clayton Block property in Tremley Point. The developer has proposed to build a state-of-the-art anaerobic digestion plant. If this property was not developed, this property would yield only $6.1 million in taxes over 30 years for the city. But with the pilot, the city is now projected to bring in $43.4 million, which is an additional 37.3 million in taxes. And that doesn't include the host community benefit dollars that we'll receive with that project as well. So this is really a home run, this particular project. I think it's safe to say with these long-term redevelopment projects finally coming into fruition along with our other redevelopment projects that are in the pipeline, the financial stability of our town as it's getting better by the year. As your mayor, I firmly believe that we're looking at a consistent long-term tax increase for decades to come due to this administration's commitment and our ambitious development efforts. And speaking of the future looking bright, a recent report provided to me by GS MLS, the Garden State Municipal Listing Service, shows that the 2019 to 2021 sales price for homes in Linden has gone up 31.22%. So in 2019, the average sales price for a home was $297,000. In 2021, that number has increased to $390,000. I'd like to report on COVID testing. Our COVID testing clinics will continue to be hosted at the JTG Center, and this week we'll be testing through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will also be hosting a COVID-19 testing and vaccination clinic this Sunday coming up. Sunday, January 23rd, vaccinations. Sunday, January 30th, we're going to have PCR and rapid testing. And they'll both be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and the doors will close at 5:45 p.m. Yesterday, we celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday, MLK Day, remembering the life and legacy of Martin Luther King and his pursuit of justice and equality for all. I'd like to also at this time acknowledge the passing of our Union County Surgeon, James LaCourte. James LaCourte was a very good friend of mine, a personal friend of mine. As you all know, I worked at the county for some time. James was a very nice man. He was dedicated to his job, and he was basically generally concerned with the well-being of the families who lost their loved ones, and he'll be sorely missed. That basically concludes my report, Mrs. Council President.
A question for the mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
You mentioned vaccinations. Will that include initial vaccinations and booster shots?
Yes, it includes everything.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you, Mayor. Wow, 5 minutes, Mayor. Good job. Okay, we're now ready to move on to resolutions. We have resolutions 2022-16 to 2022-92. We have some fill-ins here. Mr. Bodak. 2022-16
is hang on one second, please. Twenty 22-16 is the appointment of Mr. Javik to the plan as the council's representative on the planning board. 2022-17 is appointing Mr. Javik as a member of the SID board. 2022-18 is appointing Felipe Cabezas as the chairman for the year 2022 of the Linden District Management Court. And 2022-19 is appointing Councilwoman Lisa Ormond as the council's representative on the Cultural and Heritage Committee for 2022.
Okay, can we have a motion, please, on the resolutions?
Yes, Council President, I move for approval of resolutions 2022-16 to 2022-92 and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes, on all items. I'll abstain on the item for the Linden Heritage and Culture Committee, appointing myself as the liaison.
Javik,
Yes on all, but I abstain on 16 and 17, appointing myself to SID and the planning board.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Cosby,
I abstain on 2022-41, 51, 62, and 74, and yes to the rest.
Roman,
Uh,
Nigga.
I will say yes to the resolutions. Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we'll now move on to ordinances on first reading. Okay. Start with ordinance number 66-5.
An ordinance amending Chapter 2-25 entitled Department of Community Services by the City Council of the City of Linden. This is merging the Division of Vehicle Maintenance into the Division of Public Works.
Okay, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President. Ordinance number 66-5 for introduction and request a second.
Second.
Armand,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Osby,
I abstain.
Bowman,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakaitis.
Yes. Ordinance 66-6.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance adopting and enacting the revised general ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999. Passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7 Traffic shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. 7-33 handicap parking regulations, 7-33.1A handicap parking on street, delete 15 West 18th Street, one space. This was for a spot designated for an Ernestine Evans.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-6 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Osby,
Yes.
Quinn,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes. Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Dina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakaitis.
Yes. Ordinance 66-7.
An ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing a schedule of titles, salary ranges, and regulations for maintaining the classification and salary standardization plan of all employees of the City of Linden. Passed August 15th, 1995, and approved August 16th, 1995. Be it ordained by the Council of City of Linden that we will add Schedule 4QQ1.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 66-7?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to move ordinance 66-7 for introduction, request a second.
Second.
Armand,
Yes.
Davik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Osby,
I abstain.
Bowman, Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakaitis.
Yes. Okay, ordinance 66-8.
An ordinance approving the application, long-term tax exemption, and authorizing the execution of an amended financial agreement with Gossels Commerce Park Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 66-8, please?
Yes, thank you, Council President. I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-8 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Osby,
No.
Councilman Roman?
This is 66-8 on introduction.
Yes.
I'll vote yes.
Toronto?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
yes,
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna move on to comments from members of the public in attendance on the personal, political, or derogatory comments not to exceed 3 minutes. Members of the public attending are on mute for this portion of the meeting. If you wish to be recognized, please use the raised hand icon in the program to identify yourself. You will then give your name and address as at any council meeting. Failure to do so will result in your being muted and not recognized further. If you are registered more than once, you will only be recognized to speak one time under your first registration as with any council meeting. When the public comment is open, the ability to register will be closed. Anyone who wishes to speak from the public, please use the raised hand icon now. Okay, C. Woods.
Hi, am I on now?
Yes, could you please state your
Okay, C Woods, 1108 Wheat Sheaf Road. I just have a couple of things. Congratulations, Councilwoman Ormond. While you're out walking, can you please address this car dealership at the corner here on St. George and Wheat Sheaf? He keeps going out that one way, and I've had the PEOs go there, have officers going there, and he still has no disregard. Sooner or later, someone's going to be hit head on in that location. Also, hiring, you've been hiring at a state level in departments, various departments in the city of Linden, but you still won't let the people who live here that were hired in Linden move out. I'd like you to reconsider that. And also, I just got a notification that we were just announced by Governor Murphy that now 911 dispatchers are first responders. And that's a big deal for 911 dispatchers. Just real quick, just want to bring to your attention, there are a group of first responders that go unnoticed at times. They are 911 dispatchers. Well, now we're first responders, for real. When you call them, they know that it's possibly the worst day of your life and you need help fast. They are your first link to help. Sometimes they even get calls for their own loved ones, but they keep moving until help is there. So if you know a 911 first responder as of today, 52 minutes ago, give them a thank you. I know they would appreciate it. And that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I see no one else with a hand raised. Hey, can I have a motion to close the public comment portion of the meeting, please?
I make a motion to close the public comments.
You have a second, please?
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Havoc?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Cosby?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Toronto?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
yes,
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna move on to comments from members of the governing body. For 1 minute, anyone from the governing body wishes to be heard? Okay, Councilman Javik?
Thank you, Council President. I just want to wish the city of Linden a happy and healthy, prosperous new year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilman Javik. Councilwoman Hickey?
thank you, Council President. I feel awful. I'd like to send my prayers and condolences also to the Pirozzoli family. He worked with my father, he worked with my brothers, and my family really cherished him. He was an icon in City of Linden. And also to Jimmy LaCourte. What a wonderful man who has helped so many families throughout Union County over the years. It was also a very, very sad loss. So my condolences. Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Ormond?
Yes, thank you, Council President. I too would like to express my condolences to the Pirozzoli family, to the Massey family, to the Court family, and then also to the Tifford family on Washington Avenue. A beautiful woman, Rita, passed away the other day. Just want to express my condolences. And then also, definitely, I will address the car dealerships that wreak havoc on Wheatsheaf, Baldwin, and Seymour Avenue. I hear the complaints all the times, and that is something that we're going to take seriously this quarter, immediately. And then also, I would like to give the thumbs up and a congratulations and my utmost respect and admiration to Miss Woods and all of the 911 dispatchers. You work hard. You hit the nail right on the head. No one gets the help unless they come through you. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for your commitment and your dedication, but mostly thank you for your patience that you have to have as you bring families through some of the worst times of their life.
Well said, Councilwoman. They are the first line of help that somebody receives. Not everybody can do that job, so hats off to them. Councilman Blaine?
Yes, thank you, Councilwoman. I just want to bring to light the seriousness of COVID, and just want to let those who may be on the fence of getting vaccinated, let them know how serious it is. Having had COVID over the holidays, it puts you in a state of, I'm not going to say extreme, and say paralyzed, but it puts you in a state where you get fevers, headaches, coughing. You just don't know when it's going to end, and it's a lingering effect. So to avoid that virus entering your body, I employ everyone to please get vaccinated. And what happens, and I was vaccinated and still caught the virus, but had I not been vaccinated, I think the devastation of the virus may have been even more severe than what it was. And it's been a little over 4 weeks now, and I can honestly say just in the last couple of days, I'm just starting to get back to 100%. And I only want to share my story to let everyone know that this virus is serious. The only way we're going to defeat this virus is that we all work together on this. Let's get vaccinated and try to get back to what will be a new normal. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Blaine. Okay,
Council President,
yes.
point of order, please. I can't raise my hand. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Councilman Strato.
I just, if you give me a.
Sure, go ahead, sir.
Real quick, I want to talk about what happened with that train down in Trimley on this past weekend. 66. It was some other delivery that they just decided to park back there. And I just wanted to clear that up so everybody knows that it wasn't theirs. And thanks again to Nancy's family. All right.
Thank you, Councilman Strato. Okay, the next council meetings will be as follows. Council conference meeting Monday, February 14th at 6 p.m. Meeting to be held virtually. Council conference meeting prior to the council meeting, Tuesday, February 15th at 6 p.m. in the council conference room. Meeting to be held virtually. Council meeting Tuesday, February 15th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. Meeting will also be held virtually. Please check the city website, lindennj.gov, for directions on how to participate electronically in these meetings and for copies of the agenda. Can we have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
So moved.
Second.
Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Yes.
Coleman, Strano,
Yes.
Blaine,
Yes.
Dina,
Yes.
Woman Hickey,
She waved.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, good night, Daniel.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good
Daniel.
night, everybody. Thank you.
Night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.